Well, we finally made it. We're out here starting in Talimena State Park in southwestern Oklahoma. Here to do the through hiking the Ouachita Trail. A little cold this morning. We're at about 36 degrees. It was 30 when we got up at the Queen Wilhelmina Lodge. And it's crisp. It's not as chilly as it's forecasted to be tomorrow. It's supposed to be 26. Anyway, I'm just kind of gabbing here. So we're gonna get a move on down the trail. And I'll chat back with you in a bit. We're following blue blazes on this trail. Got to keep those eyes peeled. Okay, we've hit our first good climb. Not too bad. Let's stop and get our breath a little bit. And we'll just keep on moving. Yeah. What do you think? Okay.
Let's keep going on.
We're on our last day of winter here. March 18th. Feels good to be having spring coming. Well, we finally got up on the east side of that big climb over the top of that mountain. We got the sun. Sure does feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, my ears are getting a little icy. They get too warm hiking to keep all your layers on. Anyway, we're going to enjoy this downhill for just a little bit. And I'll check back with you. I believe this is a Native American marker tree. To be truthful, I don't think that tree's old enough to be a marker tree, because you'd be talking about the late 1900s. But hey, you know, it's still pretty neat anyway. Well, we made it to 5 miles in. Took us a set down lunch. little rest. And we're moving on. Feeling good, feeling strong. Okay. Well, we made a little junction. Winds picked up. There's some kind of trail excess here, but I'd hate to have to come up down through that. Wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to have a side-by-side or something. Yeah, it's up that little thing right there. Well, we got a little ways, not too much farther to the first shelter, and I think we're going to take a pack-off break there, and then after that, I think it's 2 miles to the first, well, supposedly good water source, but it's seasonal. But we've seen some seeps here and there, so we're pretty hopeful that we'll be able to get some water there. You know, we're not hurting right now, but yeah, I'd kind of like to camel up. So anyway, we're going to keep going. We'll see you in a bit. Bye. Well, we got our first good water source while we're on trail. Yep. Cameling up here. Well, we made it to Dead Man's Gap. I don't know if you can hear me because it's kind of windy up here, but this is the Ouachita Scenic Drive crossing right here. And I believe that the story goes that back in the late 1800s, they used to hang people here. That's why it's called Dead Man's Gap. You know, this whole area you can read about in Charles Portis's book, True Grit, because I believe this whole area of Ouachitas that this hike is taking place through is in the movie True Grit. Not the scenery, because that was, of course, that was filmed in the San Juans and in parts in California. But the storyline, yeah, in Oklahoma and Arkansas. Okay, we're gonna move on down to Rock Garden Shelter and take us a pack-off break. You ready? Okay, we're moving. Hey, we're moving along, but this stuff's a little slow going. It's all in a day's work. I hear this isn't going to be nothing until, compared to what it's going to look like after the rock garden shelter. We're going to be there within less than a mile. And I think it's going to be time to do a little feet maintenance. But I'll tell you what, we got one heck of a downhill before we get to that shelter. So anyway, I'll put you away and we'll check back with you.
Let's see what that says. Indian Nation Trail. I think it's part of the horse riding thing.
Well, I see our first shelter. This would be the rock garden shelter. Shall we go down there and check it out?
We shall.
We shall.
We shall.
Lead the way.
All right. That's it.
Well, it's got a picnic table, so you can't beat that. It's in pretty good shape too. Got a little bow spot in the middle, but it's good enough for a break. Well, let's see. I believe you could fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 uncomfortably. 4 uncomfortably. 3 comfortably. 2 great. 1 ideal. Pack it in, pack it out. Eli's off over there stretched out on the table. Well, I'm starting to wonder when we're gonna see the big views. Haven't been that many, but I know they're coming. So, what a trail! Well, this is what we've come to, and this is what we got to go through. That's why they call it the rock garden shelter. What do you think?
It's rocky.
It's a little rocky.
Yeah. This is the second patch, though. The first patch was nothing. This one looks a little bit more.
Oh! I went down. Well, I already went down. And this is what we're having to walk through. So I'm gonna put the camera away, and I'll film back when we get to the other side. We're still trying to look for blazes. No bueno. You see anything? Okay, I'm gonna put you away, folks. Well, we kind of leveled off a little bit, but coming across the top of this mountain. But I looked, and we still got about 997 feet of ascent before we get to our tent site tonight. So yeah, there's about 500 and something descent. That's in 3.8 miles, both ascent and the descent. So, okay, well, I'm gonna keep on trudging on. This trail loves us, baby. It's gonna make us work for that last 3 miles. Okay. Yeah, this is our last water source before camp tonight. And since it's a dry camp unless we can find that spring that's off trail up there. But we've seen nothing on far out saying that it's running or anything. And so we're gonna be safe and try to tote our water up there to it. And if we do find that spring, that's just a plus. But yeah, because after that, it's either 3 or 5 miles, I can't remember, to the next water source in the morning. And even what we may tote up there, we're still going to be thirsty in the morning. So anyway, well, I'm going to get to it and we'll check back with you. Well, I cameled up and I'm toting 4.5 liters to this dry camp, and Eli let me have an extra liter bottle, so he wouldn't have to carry 5. And the pack feels like it's handling it pretty good. I think we still got several hundred feet of ascent before we get there. Tell you what, we're not there yet, but it's taking us all day long. It's 4:30 right now, and we got on trail. What time we get on trail today, Eli? Was it 7:30, 7:40? Yeah. 7:40, and it's taken us all day to go 14.7 miles. But it's a rocky one. Yeah, I knew we weren't going to go 16.8 today. Yeah, I'm just not in that good of a shape, but, you know, the hardest part's at the first. So anyway, we're going to keep on moving, and I'll get back with you. Yes, sir. There's a lot of rocks. And she's steep. Well, we're less than half a mile from camp. So, man, it took us all day. So gotta get some more sleep. Well, we made it to our goal camp. That was our goal for the day, 14.7 miles. It took us all day long to do it, though. We made it with about 30 minutes to spare to sundown. But hey, you know, it is what it is. Well, we're going to get our tent set up. May not check back in until bedtime. But you know what? I'm happy. Like I said, we just got to get some sleep. This, being sleep deprived on this trail, and when these miles and miles of rocks, when you're only doing 1 mile an hour, yeah. You know, but aren't we in the 30 most toughest miles?
Yeah.
Right now? Yeah. Okay, well, holler at you later. Bye. Well, I'm in my tent. It's gotten cold tonight, so didn't film much after we got to camp. It was late, got dark quick. So we traveled a little over 14 miles. I'll put the mileage at the bottom. But this is the last full day of winter. Spring tomorrow. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow on day 2. Bye.